If you were a Northerner during the American Civil War, a brutal conflict that lasted from 1861 to 1865, claiming more American lives than both world wars combined, how would you survive? This video will give you 3 survival strategies, from the ordinary to the extraordinary. And at the very end, I'll reveal one method so unique, you won't see it coming. But first, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. The first way, the taste of terror. You are a Northerner from Maryland, highly valued as a Union spy during the war, moving frequently between Virginia and Maryland to gather intelligence on Confederate supply routes and troop movements. With each mission, you slip unnoticed through enemy lines, collecting vital information that could change the course of battles before they even begin. On a bright, peaceful morning, you cross the Potomac River and infiltrate deep into Richmond, working carefully to gather details on an upcoming Confederate food supply convoy. Everything goes smoothly. You manage to acquire crucial information about the convoy's exact route, though the nature of its cargo remains a mystery. Confident in your success, you prepare for the journey back north, stopping briefly to indulge in a meal, purchasing a serving of chitterlings, a southern dish made from pig intestines to fill your stomach before the long trip ahead. Then darkness. Time ceases to exist, swallowed by the void. At some point, your eyelids flutter open and you find yourself in a narrow alley, surrounded by several Confederate soldiers.
Let's cut to the chase. You're a Union spy, aren't you?
What? That's ridiculous.
You stole information about our supply convoy.
No, I was just passing through.
No one just passes through while glancing to the left like that.
I have a lazy eye.
A lazy eye? Nonsense. No Southerner has a lazy eye.
Seems like you've got a problem with perception, my friend.
Perception problems?
Yes, perception problems. Haven't you realized I'm a Southerner?
A Southerner? There's no way to prove that, you damn Yankee.
I am a Southerner.
Then prove it.
Without hesitation, you toss the bag of chitterlings onto yourself, letting the pungent smell rise thick into the air.
The scent of poverty, but at least now we know you're Southern. No damn Yankee would eat this stuff.
They let you go, and without wasting a second, you rush back toward the Potomac. Escaping proves difficult. The growing paranoia over enemy spies has tightened security around the area. But in the end, the foul stench clinging to your clothes helps you slip past unnoticed. From that point on, you stick to operations in Maryland, and finally, survive. The second way, the chimney of death. You're a Pennsylvanian living in a small village west of Gettysburg. You're an ammunition caster, forging bullets day in and day out, ensuring a steady supply for the Union Army. Life is peaceful until 1863. That's when General Robert E. Lee leads his forces deep into Northern Territory. The townspeople evacuate in a panic at dawn, but you're out hunting in the nearby forest. Union soldiers knock at your door, but no one answers. They assume you've already fled. When you return, the village is eerily empty. You don't dwell on it. You go back to work. Breakfast is simple, bread and coffee. You enjoy the morning, staring out the window. Then the world shatters. Across the field, lines of Union soldiers stand ready. Then gunfire erupts. Soldiers collapse. The battlefield is chaotic. You barely process what's happening before shapes emerge on the distant hill. Confederate troops. The Union forces retreat in a hurry, and the South claims your village. You know the munitions forge will be their first target. You need a place to hide. Your eyes flicker to the chimney. A small recess inside, just big enough to stand. You climb in, pressing yourself against the cold brick, waiting for nightfall. Time drags. Your feet ache, your legs numb. Hours pass before the sky finally darkens. You brace yourself to climb down, easing your stiff limbs, gripping the cracks in the brick.
We can't attack Picket Charge tomorrow. It's too risky.
Then what's your plan?
We'll circle south at dawn, then double back and ambush them.
And the village?
Albert will hold it. He's coming back from the front by noon.
Sounds good.
Your home is now a Confederate stronghold. Too exhausted to climb higher, too exposed to climb down. You cling to the bricks, hands throbbing, legs nearly useless. Sleep threatens, but survival keeps you awake. 5 long hours pass. A door slams. Your house becomes silent once more. You climb down, dunk your feet in icy water to wake them up, then slip into the streets. The road is empty, but you know Albert's forces are on their way. You don't wait to find out. You run north. And just like that, you survive. The third way, Blood River. You enlist in the Union Army at the start of the war, gaining battle-hardened experience with every fight. By 1862, under General Ambrose E. Burnside, you and your comrades march into the Battle of Fredericksburg. Two armies stand on opposite sides of the river. Your task is to build a bridge to cross the water. The first wooden planks are placed without issue. A pontoon bridge is taking shape, quickly assembled. Beneath the moonlight, you work tirelessly. Half the river is crossed without resistance. By sunrise, construction continues. Your rifle remains unloaded at your back. As you look up to greet the morning, a dreadful sight unfolds. Rows upon rows of bayonets flash under the sunlight. Rifles raised, barrels pointed at you. The bridge becomes chaotic. You sprint backward, using fallen comrades as cover to stay alive. Union troops onshore fire back, but the distance is too great. Then, an explosion. A cannon shell crashes into the bridge. You're hurled into the river, the icy waters swallowing you. You fight to resurface, but the drifting corpses clog the current, making it impossible to break through. You catch brief breaths only to dive again, evading bullets skimming the water's surface. Escape feels hopeless. Suddenly, an idea comes. You realize the gunfire targets soldiers on the bridge and riverbanks. No one is shooting at the open water. You push away from the bridge, rolling onto your back. Gripping a fallen soldier's legs, you spread them apart and let the current carry you. The river pulls you away. Finally, you can breathe. 2 miles downstream, you wash ashore. Then, you run north, and just like that, you survive. In the end, you realize that war brings nothing but death, a relentless force where people are driven to the most horrifying means just to survive. If you have a better way, share it in the comments below.